Hello and welcome to the Simulation Soccer League Major League Division 2 Matchday 7. I'm your host, Patrick, and I'm excited to bring you three great matches. We're going to jump right into it with Shayla Cosmico taking on CA Buenos Aires. CA Buenos Aires sitting in fifth with 2 wins, 3 losses, -4 on the goal differential, 6 points. Shayla Cosmico sitting second, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 6 on the goal differential, 10 points. Shayla Cosmico hoping to come out on fire and show why they are sitting second in this Division 2 Major League Soccer table. CA Buenos Aires starts with it. Ruben back to Lorenzo. Lorenzo up to Duck. Duck fires it up, and that's going to be out of play. Mobek lets it go. Goal kick for Shayla Cosmico. So nothing comes of that. Corner kick for Ruben of CA Buenos Aires. Ruben over top of it. Swings it in. Headed. Mobek comes down with it. First opportunity of the game. Saved by Mobek. Shayla Cosmico with the ball. Mobek gets it over to Okoro. Okoro back to Mobek. Up. Headed up. Shayla Emerson takes it. And they lose it to Criminal. But they get it right back. Kaneki back. Out of 1-2%. Up the sideline. Crosses it in. On the other side. Headed back. And nothing comes of that from Monroe. Mobek handles the pass back. Mobek looking for a player. He finds Okoro. Okoro over. Up. To Ottawa 2%. Ottawa 2% looking for somebody, but it's headed back to them. Finds Emerson. Emerson into the box. Emerson over to Kaneki. And Kaneki buries it. Kuba Kaneki with the opening goal for Shayla Cosmico. And it was a great pass from Ottawa 2%. Ottawa 2%. They find Emerson. Emerson then finds Kaneki, and Kaneki just beats it to the short side. Satoshi couldn't do anything to stop that, and we're off in this game. 1-0 Shayla Cosmico. Ruben finds O'Leary. O'Leary shot, goal! Sean O'Leary answers it. 4th goal of the season for them. Ties it up 1 apiece. Duck gets it into Santori, over to Ruben. Ruben clears their man, finds O'Leary. O'Leary goes far inside. Mobek dives, but it's just past his outstretched arms. 1-1, and was onside. So close, onside. 1-1. So far, we're starting huge. Warwick over it for Shayla Cosmico on the corner. Kicked in. Headed out. Duck comes down with it. Duck fires it up head. Santori keeps control of it over to Rivers, up to Scott. Scott looking for the quick attack for CA Buenos Aires. Scott up the sideline. Scott kicks it in. O'Leary saves it into play. And Shayla Cosmico looking to attack the other way. But Rivers intercepts it. O'Leary again. O'Leary's shot is deflected. It hits the crossbar. Ruben over top of it. 4. CA Buenos Aires. Really quick action. This header is brought down by Mobek. We're in the 21st minute, and my heart is pounding. Shayla Cosmico intercepts that pass. Okora gets it up, but this is all the way back to Mobek, who passes it up to Okora. Okoro over to Chevalier. Back to Mobek. Mobek up to Okoro. Ottawa 2%. Up the sideline. Over to Emerson. Emerson up. Emerson with the assist on the last one, and that one's in the sky over the bar. Did not curve enough to come down. Now we're in the 27th minute. Ottawa 2% loses the ball to Rivers. Rivers of CA Buenos Aires. Over to Criminal. Up to Scott. Scott crosses sides over to Ruben. Ruben with Rourke matching. They'll find the cross. It's crossed in. Santori's header is saved. This is going to be a corner. Ruben's going to take his time to get to it. Ruben over top of the corner. Ruben kicks it in. Oh, Leary's header is out of play. Nothing comes of that one. Shayla Cosmico. Happy that it's still 1-1. Warwick over the corner for Shayla Cosmico. That's kicked in. Header saved by Satoshi. 30th minute. Another corner for Shayla Cosmico. Warwick goes to the top of the box. Over to Chevalier, and that ball is skied over for a goal kick. CA Buenos Aires has taken over on the XG. And they almost find O'Leary, but Moretti gets back. Up to Kaneki, who loses it to Rivers. Rivers over to McManus. McManus back to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson up to McManus. This is thrown long for Ruben, but Warwick's going to get to it. Warwick settles it down. Over to Moretti. Moretti up to Mizuka. Ottawa 2%. Up the sideline. Ottawa 2%. Looking to cross. It crosses it. Comes down by Emerson. Emerson's shot is blocked. Shayla Cosmico settles it. Chevalier with it. Up to Ottawa 2%. And they still have it, but it's knocked out of play by them. 32nd minute. Shayla Cosmico takes back over on XG. It's 80.83 to 0.68. Shots. I'll have to look at it in a second. Duck with the throw in for CA Buenos Aires. Back to Duck. Duck over to Rubens. Rubens' shot is over the bar. Ottawa 2%. Into Kaneki. Over to Chevalier. Chevalier looking, but nothing's there. Up to Warwick. Warwick's tough touch is intercepted by Duck. That gives it back to Chevalier. Chevalier up. All the way back to Mizuko. And that is over the bar. Goal kick. Satoshi sends it deep. CA Buenos Aires comes down with it. Over to Criminal. Criminal shoots it up. Ottawa 2% steps into that interception. Shayla Cosmico looking to counterattack here quick. Ottawa 2% up to Emerson. Emerson up the sidelines. Crossed in, and it's just too far, but the ball is loose, and they clear it. Oh, that was scary. Warwick up. Warwick attacking quick. Warwick's shot is saved. Ottawa 2% shot is saved. Emerson comes down within the box for Shayla. And that shot is well over the bar, but it's going to be a corner because it was blocked. Warwick with the corner, 44th minute. Headed out, but Warwick's going to get to it. Warwick to the top of the box. That shot off the first touch by Terrell is over the bar. Throw in for CA Buenos Aires. Criminal gets it into Scott. Scott finds O'Leary. That shot is blocked. It's going to be a corner. 48th minute. We're in +2 of the stoppage time. This might be the last play. Ruben over the corner. Ruben kicks it in. Headed around. Scott gets to it. And that's going to be full. That's going to be halftime. Shot 6-13 in favor of Shayla Cosmico. 3 on target, 5 in favor of Shayla Cosmico. 1.14 XG over 0.77 in Shayla Cosmico's favor, and 54% possession to 46. All in favor of Shayla Cosmico. Shayla Cosmico has had the better opportunities, but CA Buenos Aires is playing a great match, and they've kept it tied. All you have to do is keep it tied and take advantage of one opportunity, and that's going to change the whole game. Warwick's ball is out of play. This is going to be a throw-in for Shayla Cosmico. Warwick with the throw-in. Over to Kaneki. Kaneki up. Tries to find Terrell, but it is intercepted. Going into the 48th or 50th minute. Emerson bringing it down quickly. Stepped into, but they keep the ball. Kaneki trying to make it around Ruben. Heavy touch. Ruben gets it and settles it. But Ottawa 2% catches that interception. Crosses it in. And it goes all the way across the box. Terrell tries to get to it. And it's going to be a throw-in for CA Buenos Aires. Deep in their defensive zone. Back to Duck. Duck looking to get it out of the zone. But Chevalier steps into it, so Terrell comes away with the loose ball of Shayla Cosmo. Kaneki up to Adela 2%. This might be a cross. They turn it around. Top of the box. They find Chevalier, who finds Benjamin Monroe, and it is buried. 2-1, Shayla Cosmico. Chevalier at the top of the box. Finds Monroe right in front of them, just passes it up, and Monroe buries it. Lets it go to Chevalier Monroe, and they go to the right side and score. 2-1, Shayla Cosmico, who has been in a lot of control of this game. And so big time on that. Emerson comes down with it. Emerson of Shayla Cosmico bringing it up. Adelaide for 2%, up. Crosses it in. Nobody's in the box, but Monroe comes down with it after the header. Shot save. Monroe gets it over to Terrell. And Terrell puts it on net, and that is parried away. Warwick corner for Shayla Cosmico. 2-1. Warwick sends it in. Warwick gets it back into the box for Ottawa 2%. They are stepped over, and that's going to be cleared out for a throw-in. 7 shots on target for Shayla Cosmico. McManus up to Santori. Santori's shot is just over the bar. Oh, that was a rocket of a shot. Going all the way into the 68th minute. Throw in for Duck of CA Buenos Aires. Gets it over to Ruma. Back to Duck. Up to McManus. McManus back to Duck. Over to McManus. McManus over to Ruben. Rivers. And that shot is saved. And it's going to be a corner. Ruben on the corner. So yes, Buenos Aires looking to tie it up. Kicks it in, and that's going to come down with Mobeck. Mobeck with the grab of the corner. Rigby. Emerson. Yellow carded. Ottawa 2% throws it in for Shayla Cosmico. Looking to get it out of their own end first. Emerson with it. Over to Mazukana. Warwick crosses it in. Headers in the box still. Ottawa 2% comes down with it. Passes it over. Shot by Emerson and goal. 4th of the season. Guku Ottawa 2% comes down with it. Finds Emerson in the box. And it can't be much easier than that as Emerson buries it. Great play by Ottawa 2%. Over to Emerson. Emerson, clear lane. Boom. Quick shot, quick goal. 3-1. Shayla Cosmico showing their skill. Free kick. Ottawa 2% kicks it in. Header saved. And we're going all the way to the 79th minute now. 3-1. Duck with a throw in for CA Buenos Aires. Over to Santori. Back to McManus. McManus to Rivers. Rivers over to Criminal, but Ottawa 2% intercepts it. CA gets it back. Buenos Aires on the attack. Rivers over to Duck. Duck up the sideline. Duck crosses. Kick off the post. Saved. Cleared out, but CA Buenos Aires settles it. McManus over to Lorenzo. And that ends that. Goal kick. Mobeck gets it over to Coro. Coro up to Mazukana. Over to Chevalier. Up to Kaneki. Kaneki all the way back. Back up to Kaneki. Warwick. Warwick with it again. Back to Moretti. Moretti all the way back to Mobeck. Mobeck up to Akora. Up to Ottawa 2%. Looking for Emerson. Emerson on the run. Emerson into the box. Shot. Goal. Rigby Emerson with a great run that was sprung by Ottawa 2%'s pass. And Emerson buries it. This is a beautiful setup. Just back and forth passing. Then Emerson makes the run. Beats Gunnarsson. And then beats Satoshi all the way across on the right side. With a low drive kick. 4-1, Shayla Cosmico. We're about to go into the 90th here. And we are in the 90th with +3 stoppage time. It's kicked out. CA Buenos Aires trying to come down with it. Scott comes down with it to Rivers. Over to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson up to Criminal. Criminal up the sidelines. Criminal Finds Ruben or Scott. Scott's shot is saved. We're going to go to the 92nd minute. First minute of stoppage time is over. We have two more. Ottawa 2% comes down with it, passes it back to Mobek, up to Okora, all the way up to Emerson. Emerson comes back to Okoro. Okoro to Chevalier. That pass is intercepted. O'Leary, shot save. Good interception by O'Leary on a very lazy pass. Gets a corner for CA Buenos Aires. You'd love to see O'Leary bury that, but it was a great save by Mobek. Corner coming from Ruben. Ruben kicks it in. Headed out. O'Leary down with it. O'Leary over to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson's shot is saved. 92nd minute, and this is about to be full time. We're in the 93rd. Gunnarsson at midfield. Passes it up to Rivers. Back to Lorenzo, and there's the full-time whistle. 4-1. Shayla Cosmico comes out on top. Goals by Kuba Konecki in the 11th minute. Benjamin Monroe in the 52nd minute, and Rigby Emerson in the 73rd and 84th minute. Over on CA Buenos Aires, Sean O'Leary with the 13th minute goal. Player of the match is going to be Guko Ottawa 2% with a 9.3 match rating, 2 assists. Beautiful game by Ottawa 2%. And that's going to be a big win for Shayla Cosmico. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back with Schwartzwalder taking on CF Cataluna. And we are ready to go with Schwartzwalder taking on CF Cataluna. So we have Schwartzwalder, who hasn't won a game, against CF Cataluna, who hasn't lost a game. Top of the table versus bottom of the table. Cataluna with 4 straight wins. Schwartzwalder looking to get that first win. Can they do it today? It would be a mighty, mighty upset. Cataluna in the red and yellow. Schwartzwalder in the black and white. Ahmed over to Smith. That is intercepted by Schwartzwalder. Clark gets to it. And that's only to nothing so far. We are cruising along. We're in the 11th minute. Schwartzwalder trying to get it out of their own end. Clark's heads it up, but Cataluna comes down with it. Cataluna Smith on the attack. Shot is saved. It's going to be a corner. Wilson, I don't know if Wilson had to save that one, but they did. Degron with the corner kicks it in. Headed around. Fry with the kick, and it goes well out of bounds. It's a goal kick. 16th minute. Cataluna with it for Kako. Loses the ball to Wang. Zahao. Loses it to Day Trotta. Who loses it to Zahao. Over to Summers. Summers settles it. Back to Williams. Zena over to Madero. Up. Looking like a chance. Power with it. Power with the pass. And it goes all the way across the box. And it's going to be a goal kick. That was a great opportunity for Schwartzwalder. Schwartzwalder with throw in. Over to Power. Power at the top of the box. Shot off the post. They settle it down. Over to Clark. Clark, it's out of play. It's going to be a corner. Clark over the top of the corner for Schwartzwalder. Sends it in. Headed out Clark. Or Tazati's going to get it. One touch. Shot is blocked. It's going to be another corner. Madison over this corner. Kicks it in. Headed out Put back in, and Twinkle Toes coming down with it. Madison over top of it, free kick, sends it into the box. Daytritta's then get to it, gets it up, passed up. It's a break for Catalunas. Degaron losing some steam. Sends it over to the top of the box. Jenkins with a shot, and it's saved. It's going to be a corner. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Degaron over top of the bar. Ball at the corner. Puts it in. It's kicked all the way out of the box. Furcako comes with it. Clark marking him. Clark steps on it and stops that attack. All the way up to the 27th minute. Schwartzwalder with the free kick. Xavier takes it. Back to Kilgannon. Kilgannon over to Xavier. Xavier back to Summers. Summers all the way back to Williams. Williams up to Kilgannon. Kilgannon moves it quickly over to Madison. Madison finds Wang Zhao. Zhao's shot is saved, but they were offsides. Nothing comes of that one either. Now we go all the way into the 30th. 35th, 36th. Free kick for Madison. Madison kicks it in. All the way across the box. It's headed out. Wang Zhao comes down with it. Benito on him. That pass is intercepted by Smith. Smith stepped into, but that pass is intercepted by Cataluna. Degaron gets it. Power intercepts that. Kilgannon settles it. Over to Pizzoli. Over to Shaka. Back to Degaron. Up to Smith. Smith looking for a quick attack. Over to Furcako. Furcako passes it into Fry. Fry shot, goal. Bernardo Fry, second goal of the season, assisted by Alexander Furcado. It's going to be a 1-0 lead for CF Cataluna. Beautiful setup on that. Furcado gets it up to Fry, and it's all alone for Fry. And Williams just cannot get to it. 36th minute. CF Schwarzer's pass was almost intercepted, but they keep it. Over to Power. That's a heavy touch, and Smith gets it to it. Furcado looking to attack quick, but Xavier marks him greatly. Kick in, and that's going to be over the bar for Power. This will be a goal kick for Cataluna. Stake. Tia's to Pudsey. So Clark booked. And so was Carolyn Salazar. It's 1-0 CF Catalunas. 6 shots to 6. 3 on target to none. 0.61 to 0.55. All in favor of CF Catalunas. Possession in favor of Schwartzwalder, 61% to 39%. Passing 86% to 82% in favor of Schwartzwalder. It's only a 1-0 game. Schwartzwalder still in this. Can really, really shock some people if they come out and score quickly. Wang Zhao kicks it off for Schwartzwalder, and that's another kind of lazy pass, but Schwartzwalder keeps it. Kilgannon over to Madison, and that leads to nothing. Free kick for Schwartzwalder. Xavier over to Clark. Clark over to Madison. CF Cataluna comes down with it. Cataluna on the attack. This is Bonito, and that shot is blocked, but they were well offsides. Well offsides. Going all the way to the 58th minute. Degaron with the throw to Fry. Fry over to Kowalski. Over to Daytritta. Up to Furcako. Degaron. Over to Daytrulu. Up to Salazar. Salazar shot off the post and in. Carolina Salazar with a beauty of a goal. Uses every inch of the goal to score. Smith gets the ball finds Salazar streaking, and Salazar gets the opening, hits it off the cross, off the post and in. 2-0, Cataluna. Jenkins with the throw-in. Cataluna looking to go up 3. Jenkins. Degeron. Degeron settles it. Degeron attacking now. Up the sideline, crosses it in. Header is over the bar. This will be a goal kick. '69th minute. Clark with the corner kick for Schwartzwalder. Sends it in. Bounces around. Xavier comes down with it. Finds Staka, but that is blocked all the way out. Hakkinen comes up, crosses it in, header, and it's brought down by Twinkletoes. Nothing comes of that. That was some good chances there. Degeron over top of it. Kicks it in. And it's a goal. Art De Trella comes down with the ball. One touches it in, and it is a beauty of a goal. Degeron sends it in. Del Trella at the near post. Heads it. Williams gets the mitts on it, but cannot save it. 3-0, Cataluna. Xavier back to Kilgannon. Up to Power. Power back to Kilgannon. What a beauty of a goal. Just headed it in. Williams got the gloves on it, but just could not keep it out. Summers over to Xavier. Over to Clark. Clark over to Xavier. Xavier looking for any room. Tepazidi over to Stark. Shot by Zhang Hao is saved. It's going to be a corner for Schwartzwalder. Schwartzwalder's corner is taken by Madison. Sent in. Header by Xavier over the bar. Okay. They really closed down that XG. Cataluna up to Smith. Smith to Salazar. Carolina Salazar in the box. Over to Jenkins. That shot is blocked. Clark. For Schwartzwalder. Over to Madison. Madison. Goes all the way back to Xavier. Xavier over to Kilgannon. Tepaziti. Up the sideline. Fry marking. Crossed in. Cleared out by Cataluna. Schwartzwalder gets it, but that shot by Madison is well wide. Okay. 81st minute. Power steps into the interception there. That could have been dangerous. Clark settles it for Schwartzwalder, and their defense is in. Over to Madison. Madison looking for a play. Power up. Power. Passes it over to Shecky. Kilgannon. Over to Xavier. Xavier over to Summers. Madison up. Move shot. Well over the bar. Hakkinen. Not get anything from that. It's a goal kick. 85th minute. Clark throwing it in. Madison over to Clark. Clark in the cross. Over to Hakkinen. Hakkinen loses the ball to Fakako, but gets it back. Clark sends it in, and Twinkletoes comes down with it. 85th minute. Schwartzwalder still being held off the scoreboard. This ball's kicked well out. Cataluna comes down with it. It's Jenkins. Jenkins over to Degeron, who finds Fry. Fry in the box. Shot. Goal. Bernardo Fry, their third of the season, off of a beautiful assist by Fry. And it was all started by Jenkins. Jenkins gets it over to Fry, or Degeron, who finds Fry, who then buries it. Sorry, Degeron was on the assist to Fry. My bad. Legs out. Over to the Bazzati. Kilgannon. Over to Xavier. Schwartzwalder down 4-0. Madison up. Clark on the attack. In the box. Shot by Madison. It's wide. Honestly, I think Clark should have just took that one. Clark was in better position. I think that's the one that you have to take. We're 2 minutes of stoppage time. Williams up to Clark. Clark over to Summers. 90th minute now. Kilgannon. All the way back to Williams. Up to Summers. Kilgannon. Over to Summers. Back to Williams. Up. Long ball. Finds Häkkinen over to Clark. Clark. Over, and that shot is saved. Good attack. Nothing comes of that. Madison gets over the corner. 91st minute. All the way out. Back into Madison. Madison back to the top. Almost intercepted, but Schwartzwater keeps it. Kilgannon looking for anybody, and this ball bounce all the way out of play. 92nd minute. Clark, this might be the last chance. Clark over top of the corner for Schwartzwalder. Sends it in. Headed around. Xavier comes down with it in the box. Sends it to the top over to Shockey, and that is blocked out of play. Corner for Schwartzwalder. We're still in the 93rd minute. Clark over top of it. Clark sends it in. Headed. Xavier comes down with it over to Clark. Up to the top. Over back to Clark. Clark looking for somebody. Finds Wang Zhao, but nothing's there, and that's going to be full time. 4-0. Catalona keeps the clean sheet. Player of the match is going to go to Bernardo Fry with 2 goals and an 8.6 match rating. Cataluna controlled everything except possession. Schwartzwalder had that 60-40. But honestly, if you're Cataluna, you're fine with that because you take advantage of everything that you did. Schwartzwalder's attacks, they had it. They're going to lead on the XG, but at the end of the day, if you're Cataluna, all that matters is getting that win and staying at the top of the table. Schwartzwalder still looking for that first win. They played a great game, but were just simply outclassed by CF Cataluna. Goals by Caroline Zorzar, 2 by Bernardo Fry. And I didn't get to see who the next one was. Sorry. We'll be getting ready for AC Romana taking on Tokyo SC after this brief break. Grab something to eat. And we're ready to go. CF AC Roma taking on Paris. Or Tokyo SC, sorry. Tokyo SC. Both of them looking for a good result here. Sitting 3rd and 4th, respectively, in the table. 1 in the goal differential separates them, but the winner of this match will take over that 3rd spot. AC Romana, 1 win, 3 draws, 1 loss. Tokyo SC, 2 wins, 3 losses. AC Romana with the ball flip. Sends it all the way over to Leckenstein. Leckenstein up to Dobrik. Dobrik over to the other side of Hoppity. Hoppity comes down with it over to Francis. Francis settles it. Francis up to Hoppity. Hoppity looking for the shot. It's blocked. Francis comes back with it and loses it. Overruns the ball. Greer on the attack, but Francis comes back and takes it away. Some quick attacking there. Anthony Lee booked for Tokyo SC in the 3rd minute. Tokyo SC with the throw-in. Primerius kicks it in, and Kronos is coming down with it. Kronos with it, looking for an outlet. Tokyo SC staying up. Kicks it deep now. Headed down. Ron Flex comes with it for Tokyo SC. Gets it up to Ramos. Ramos sends it in the box. And it's going to be a corner. Knocked out of play by Stausch. Greer over top of this corner for Tokyo SC. Sends it in. And it's headed out by... But Young comes down with it over to Greer. Greer in the box. Sends it over. And it's going to be offsides. Greer was offsides. Flip. It's over to Francis, but that's a lazy pass. No face intercepts it. Ramos with a shot. And it's going to be a Tokyo SC corner because it was deflected. Greer over top of the corner. Sends it in, headed out. But Greer gets to it. And Kronos comes down with it. Tokyo SC with some chances, but nothing's coming of it. AC Roman gets a shot on target, but nothing from it. We're in the 25th minute. Tokyo SC Adoma up to Ron Flex. Ron Flex kicks it. Flip intercepts it. Stausch all the way back to Flip of AC Romana. Sends it back to Kronos. That passes back to Lichtensteiner. Kronos all the way up. Dobrik loses it to Damu. Damu looking to get rid of it. Back to the goalkeeper, crying. Crying up to Damu. Over to Ron Flex, but it's intercepted by Dobrik. Quick attack, Van Eindhoven. And it is scored by Ryan Van Eindhoven. With the beauty of a goal. Let's get a replay of this. Crying with a pass over to Adamo. That pass to Ron Flex was intercepted by Dobrik. Schmoman up to Van Eindhoven and off of Crying into the net. Van Eindhoven opens up scoring 1-0 AC Romana. Van Eindhoven over to Lichtensteiner. Lichtensteiner up to Rivieras. Rivieras loses it. Ron Flex gets to it. That pass is intercepted. Flip's going to get to it for AC Romana. Over to Stausch. Stausch back to Flip. Flip up to Hoppity. Over to Eindhoven. And that's headed down. Strowman trying to get back, but they don't. Tokyo SC keeps it. Greer to Duck. Duck all the way back to Crying. Crying to Adamu. Intercepted by Dobrik. Dobrik on the attack for AC Romana. Over to Sanji. Sanji loses it. And now Tokyo SC's on the attack. Yoon up the sidelines. Lichtensteiner's back for AC Romana. Crossed in. Knocked out, but Tokyo SC's Yoon comes down with it. Going to reverse it to the center. Duck. Over to Adamu, and that ends that attack. Some quick games today. 1-0 AC Romana right now. Going into the 37th minute. Throw in for AC Romana. Rivieras over to Francis. Back to Rivieras. Rivieras to the center. Over to Stausch. Stausch over to Hoppity. Hoppity back to Flip. Flip to Lichtensteiner. All the way out. Boom. Bouncing. Yoon finds Ramos. Lichtensteiner gets back, but that shot is saved by Kronos. Greer's going to get the corner for Tokyo SC. Sends it in. Headed over the bar. Kronos kicks it off to Eidenheim. Stausch. Over to Hoppity. Hoppity up to Dobrik. Dobrik up to Strowman. Strowman over to Rivieras, who keeps it. Ramos steps into it, but Rivieras still keeps it. Rivieras really keeping control of that ball. Over to Strowman. Up to Dobrik. Dobrik shot is offsides. Free kick to Tokyo. XG is pretty close. 62 all. It's tied. Greer over the corner for Tokyo SC. Sent it in. Headed out. Yoon gets to it. Yoon over to Greer. Greer crosses it back in, but Kronos comes down. Kronos not letting that turn into a dangerous play. We're in the 45th minute. We're going to get 2 minutes of stoppage time. AC Romana on the attack now. Francis over to Rivieras. Rivieras sends it up to Dobrik. Dobrik keeps it in play. Over, but it's intercepted by Adamu, who has the yellow card. Francis gets to it for AC Romana. Hoppity up to Strowman. Over to Stausch. Stausch back to Francis. Francis up to Sanji. Up to Dobrik. Strowman is stepped into it. It's going to be a goal kick. And that is halftime. What a great first half. 1-0 AC Romana, 5 shots to 6 Tokyo SC. 2 on target for each team. 0.81 for AC Romana on the XG, 0.62. Possession favors AC Romana 58-42. And AC Romana completing 83% of their passes. Yellow cards to Anthony Lee and Mama Adamu. Kickoff for Tokyo SC. Sends it over to Greer. Greer loses it. Showman with it. Back to Flip. Flip settles it. Up to Hoppity. Hoppity sends it up, but Duck steps in. The interception. Primarius up. Flip heads it out of play. And we're going to jump ahead. Hippity Hoppity booked in the 49th. 53rd minute, Tokyo SC's Ramos up the sideline. Loses it to Rivieras. Rivieras loses it to Ramos. Ramos now sends it in, and it's headed out by Hoppity. Greer was sitting at the right in front of the net, and Hoppity jumps right in front of him to head it out. 54th minute, Greer sends it in. Headed around, Yoon over to Greer. Greer with it. Passes it. Shot by Duck is over the crossbar. Sorry, I had to cough. 57th, Dahlberg corner for AC Romana. Dahlberg sends it in. Headed off the bar and back in. Coin flip. Gets the goal. That ball came off the post, and Flip was standing center to bury it. Let's see what happens here. It's put in. I think that's headed by Hoppity off the post, and Flip is right there to put it in. Dahlberg with the free kick sends it in, and it is blocked. It's going to be a corner for AC Romana. 59th minute, 2-0 AC Romana. Dahlberg on the corner. They scored on the last one. Sends it in, far post. Headed out. Hoppity. Hoppity had too much hops. Flip with it. Van Eidenhoven. Back to Lichtensteiner. Over to Flip. Flip up. Hoppity. Hoppity back to Flip. Over to Stausch. Stausch over. Dahlberg up. Rivieras in the box. Circles it back around. Finds Francis. Francis over to Stausch. Shot is blocked. And it's offsides. Dahlberg was offsides. Tokyo SC looking to get a goal, and this might flip it. But AC Romana right now running away with it. 1.6 on the XG. 3 shots on target. Over to Ronflex for Tokyo SC. Back to Elish. Over to Ronflex. All the way back to Adamo. Over to Duck. Duck up to Primarius. Back to Duck. Duck over to Adamo. Adamo all the way over to Elish. Elish crosses it in. Hoppity clears it back out. Showman's going to come down with it. Showman beats Primarius. Keeps possession of it. Back to Stausch. Up to Showman. Showman looking for the next pass. Gets it over to Hoppity. Hoppity might have been offsides, but not. Showman with a shot, and it's blocked. And this will be a corner. AC Romana keeping a lot of pressure on Tokyo SC. The 77th minute now. Dahlberg sends it in. And Crying's going to come down with it. Drew Greer was booked in the 67th minute with a yellow card. Tokyo SC looking to get the ball back, but AC Romana comes down with it. Francis. Lazy pass gets intercepted by Eilish. Eilish up the sidelines. Being marked by Rivieras, but that cross goes in anyways. Header, and it's over the bar. Primarius. In to Lee. Over to Greer. Greer over to Lee. Lee shot blocked. Face passes it back to Lee. That pass doesn't go anywhere. Primarius sends it back in the box. Eilish is going to come down with it, send it in, and this is going to be a Tokyo SC corner in the 87th minute. I've seen crazier things. Jude Greer sends it out to Yoon, who shoots, and it's well over there. Would like to see Yoon come down with that and settle it. They had time. Now we're in the 90th minute. We're getting 3 minutes of stoppage time. Francis booked in the 92nd minute. Hoppity sends it in. We're in the 94th minute with 3 minutes of stoppage time. Flip with it, passes it back to Lichtensteiner. This looks like it's going to be AC Romano's game. Going to walk away with the match. Rivieras up. Francis back to Stausch. Stausch over. Shot, goal, hippity hoppity. First goal of the season for hippity hoppity. And it's one to put AC Romano over top 3-0 on Tokyo SC. Rivieras sends it over to Francis, who sends it over to Stausch, who finds Hoppity. Hoppity one-touch pass Ramirez, and it is past crying as well. 94th minute goal. Kickoff. This should be full-time right here. No Face gets it up. Rivieras comes down with it. Sanji sends it well into their end. Eilish comes, and there is the full-time whistle. 3-0. Tokyo SC falls to AC Romana. Hippity Hoppity, coin flip, and Ryan Van Eidenhoven, all with goals. Player of the match goes to Hippity Hoppity with an 8.6 match rating. Assists go to Lichtensteiner and Stausch and Jasper Schroman. 5 yellow cards. AC Romano's going to take that third spot now, as the standings now are Cataluna goes up to stays in first place with 19 points, 12 goal differential, 6 and 1 draw. Jayla Cosmo go 5-1-1 with 13.16 on the. I'll try to keep it there. 16 on the points, 13 on the goal differential. AC Romana jumps up to that third spot to keep it. 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, plus 2 on the goal differential, 9 points. Buenos Aires in fourth. 3 wins, 4 losses, -6 on the goal differential, 9 points. Tokyo SC drops down to 5th. 2 wins, 5 losses, -3 on the goal differential, 6 points. And Schwarzwälder still looking for that first win. 1 draw, 6 losses, -18. Score: Shayla Cosmico won 4-1 over CA Buenos Aires. CF Cataluna 4-0 over Schwarzwälder FV. And AC Romana 3-0 over Tokyo SC. Thank you for joining us on this match day 7 of your Major Division 2 SSL Season 24 season. Always appreciate you turning in whenever you tune in. Thank you for all you do for the league. You are loved, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm your host, Patrick. Good night and goodbye.